Hey guys, it's Kriz and welcome to my channel. I just love to create and upcycle things because I don't believe that you have to spend so much to achieve something that is beautiful and functional. So there will be a lot of DIYing on this channel, and if that is the content you like, stay tuned. I just love the rustic brick wall aesthetic. It makes interiors look very artsy, warm, and cozy. Perfect for a good afternoon with coffee and a book, or as a backdrop for your Instagram photos. The good news is, you can achieve your very own brick wall, no construction needed. All it takes is some voice and paint and DIY magic. Let's get started. So as you can see, I have put on my apron and tied up my hair because we don't want to ruin our clothes. So before we begin any painting, we have to clean the wall. Time to protect the floors from the spills and splatters that our paint might have. It is time to protect the walls that we do not want to paint a brick color. So for that, we are going to be using a whiter masking tape. Now that we have covered all the surfaces we need to protect, it is time to prime the wall. So I will be using the Boyson Permacoat Flat Latex White. So I'm going to be moving my roller in an M-like pattern. Now we have let our primer dry for 2 hours. It is time to create our faux bricks. So to do that, first you have to find the size of your faux bricks. I have chosen roughly the size of my sponges, which are 14 by 9 centimeters. And what I've done is taken a measuring tape and pencil and marked out the placement of the bricks on the wall. Okay, so what this is gonna do is guide us while we're taping down and just ensure that our tape is laid on straight. Oh, by the way, I'm using a 1/2 inch tape. So what this is gonna do is ensure that all my rectangles are 1/2 inch from each other. Now that we have taped up our entire wall with a brick outline, it is time to finally paint it. So we will be using the Boyson Permacoat Latex Nuevo Terra B7580, and what we're gonna do is cover the entire wall in the same M-like pattern that we used earlier. Okay, so once you're done with the entire wall, you have to let it dry for 2 hours. So what we're going to do is we are going to take this 14 by 9 centimeter sponge and we are going to dip it into the Boyson Permacoat Flat Latex White. So a trick here is to not get so much product on the sponge, because if you do, it's gonna create bubbles and you'll just face problems on the wall. So dip lightly. For me, the more imperfect the better, but we don't want too much white. I'm going for the cloudy little splatters here and there, going back to the other bricks if I feel like they need a little more personality. So once you're done adding the imperfections, you remove the tape. Okay, so once you're done with the entire wall, you have to let it dry for 2 hours. And there you have it, your faux brick wall. Now all that's left to do is for you to accessorize it. A construction-free, Instagrammable brick wall? Easy. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. For more DIY content, head over to Studio B and myboyson.com. I'll see you in my next one. Bye! It's Kriz and it is time to get crafty. Even walls can make statements, and today we are transforming a boring old wall by giving it personality using cheap and easy to find tools. So let's get painting! Alright, so I have changed into my working outfit, as you can see, because I don't want to ruin my lovely dress. So a few tips you have to remember before you paint any wall. You have to clean the wall. You have to cover any surfaces that you'd like to protect using newspaper or manila paper. If you have any adjacent walls that you don't want to paint, you have to use tape. You have to prime a wall before you paint on it. So I use the Boyson Permacoat Flat Latex White. I'm actually standing in front of the wall that I primed and let dry for 2 hours. I am now going to be painting the Voicin Permacoat Latex Sunsplash VCP 932. I'll be diving in with a roller, and I'm going to be using my M-like pattern when I'm painting it. Now it's time to create our corrugated paint roller. All we need is some old or recycled cardboard, our 9-inch paint roller, a pair of scissors, and some double-sided tape. Peel back the first layer of this old cardboard to reveal the corrugated part. Okay, and the next step would be to cut it to the width of your paint roller, in which case it is 9 inches, which I've already done. And the last bit would be you take some double-sided tape and you stick it to the end. Then you roll it up, and voila! Corrugated paint roller. When you are applying paint, do it in diagonal strokes. Do not go over the same spot twice. Don't worry if it looks imperfect, because that is exactly what's going to give it character. Alright, and we're done! I'm so happy with how it turned out. Once again, do not be afraid if you have any imperfections, because that is exactly what gives it character. Now I'm going to let it dry for 2 hours. Now I have a pretty wall, and all I needed were materials I found at home. Go easy with DIY. For more content like this, do check out Studio B and myvoicin.com, and of course hit like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Hey everybody, it's me Kriz, and I am back for more DIY magic. I've got many new projects coming up using recycled materials, wood, furniture, accessories, paint, and a whole lot of imagination. This season, I'm putting together some projects for my quaint little beach house. To start, we are going to be making a string patterned wall accent. A little string goes a long way in making your wall look extra cool and creative. Shall we begin? To prepare the wall surface, you clean the wall, cover surfaces you don't want painted, cover edges with tape, and prime the wall with Voicin Permacoat Flat Latex 701. Paint the wall with Voicin Permacoat Latex 0077 Pink Softness. Starting from the bottom, paint your wall in an M pattern. Have long and steady strokes. Reload when needed. After recoating, let dry for 2 hours. Here's a neat trick. The best time to remove your tape is when the paint is drying. Now it's time to make our string pattern block. All we need to do is take some yarn and wrap it around the block. And we're going to want to wrap it randomly to make a nice dynamic pattern. Okay, I think I'm happy with how much yarn there is here. I'm just going to spread it out a little bit and keeping the randomness. I'm happy with it. So now you're going to be securing both ends with a knot. Put a small amount of Voicin Permacoat Latex 0078 B-Mine onto a piece of cardboard. Spread and swirl the paint to thin it out. Lightly pat the wooden block onto the piece of cardboard, just enough for the paint to touch the yarn. Stamp the block on the wall in your desired pattern. Repeat until wall is filled. Wow, that looks so cute! Now we gotta let it dry for 2 hours. Ta-da! Your spring patterned wall accent is done. Accessorize and decorate just the way you like it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And for more DIY content, check out Studio B and myvoicin.com. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hi everyone, welcome back to my DIY channel. It's me, Kriz, and I've got some really fun DIY projects for you to work on. Today we are adding art to our wall using chamois rags. Curious? Let's get started. Prepare the wall surface. Clean the wall. Cover surfaces you don't want painted. Cover edges with tape. Prime the wall with Voicin Permacoat Latex 701. After 2 hours, we can now paint the wall with Voicin Permacoat Latex Atmosphere BCP 689. Start by cutting in the corners of the wall. Dip your 2-inch angled brush straight down into the paint. Cover just a third of the bristles. Tap the brush on the side of the can to remove excess paint. Completely cover the corner, then paint in outward strokes. Create a stack of about 5 overlapping strokes. Dip the brush into the paint again if needed. Smooth over brush strokes by painting over with a long perpendicular stroke. Repeat the process on the adjacent surface, slowly working your way around the corners of the room. Paint the rest of the wall with a roller in an M-like pattern. Allow 1 hour before recoating. After recoating, let the paint dry for 2 hours. While we're waiting for our paint to dry, we can now prepare our chamois rag roller. First, we cut our chamois rags into 2-inch squares. Then, we randomly staple our squares all around the roller. And there we have it, our chamois rag roller. Lightly coat roller with Voicin Permacoat Blue Period BCP 690. Remove excess paint by rolling it on any flat surface material like scrap wood or cardboard. Paint the wall in diagonal strokes from right to left. Repeat until you get desired results. Remove the tape on the adjacent surfaces and let it dry for 2 hours. I think it's pretty. I like it. What do you think? And you're done! I hope you had fun making this easy DIY. Thank you for watching. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and for more DIY content, check out Studio B and myvoicin.com. I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Hey everyone! New season, new batch of DIY projects to make. I'm Kriz and I'm going to help you get crafty. Today we're spicing up our wall with bubble wrap texture. Sounds complicated, but it's really simple to do. Are you ready? Let's get started. We always start with a primed wall, and in my experience, Voicin Permacoat Flat Latex White 701 is the best primer. Prepare the wall surface. Clean the wall. Cover surfaces you don't want painted. Cover edges with tape. Take note, always paint using the M pattern, and once you're done, let it dry for 2 hours. I've already cut my bubble wrap to the size of my roller. Now I'm going to place a strip of double-sided tape on one end. And then I'm going to wrap my paint roller like a burrito. You're done! Here's a neat trick. For some paint roller DIYs, you may reuse your old rollers. Brush a generous amount of Boysen Permacoat Latex Pleasant Stream onto a piece of scrap wood. Use the paint on the scrap wood to evenly coat your bubble wrap roller. Paint the wall in an upward motion, making sure to avoid any gaps. After some trial and error, I've realized that it's easier to get the paint on even if you apply in small portions. And now you have a new bubble wrap textured wall. Decorate it with your favorite photos and paintings. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you want more DIY content, check out Studio B and myvoicen.com. See you in the next one!